Join me as I share my crazy journey of surviving a deadly blood clot in my lung after quitting smoking and drinking. Hi everyone, I'm GG, and I wanted to share a little about my life, particularly at the beginning of this year. As some of you may know, I quit smoking and drinking, and it's been quite the journey so far, leading up to a life-threatening experience that I'm about to share with you. I started experiencing some weird symptoms. I would have a hard time breathing. I would literally lose my breath walking to the next room, which was crazy because I'm a pretty active person. Then, there was this nagging pain in my chest that I couldn't shake off. If I bent down, I would get dizzy, and I just didn't feel like myself anymore. At first, I thought it was just anxiety or stress, but deep down, I knew something was off. Looking back, I realize how misinformed I was about blood clots. I thought they were just something that happened to older people or people who are bedridden for a long time. I didn't think it could happen to someone like me, someone who's relatively young and active. But the truth is, it can happen to anyone, and it's a lot more common than we think. One of the biggest misconceptions about blood clots is that they only happen in the legs, but that's not true. They can happen in any part of the body, and they can be particularly dangerous when they form in the lungs, which was the case for me. It was hard for the doctors to find where the clots came from because nothing was wrong with my legs, and that's usually how they travel to the lungs. They took an MRI, and it showed up on the results. I was in shock, to be honest, because I had no idea what was going on. Blood clots form when there's a blockage in the flow of blood, usually due to an injury or a surgical procedure. In my case, the doctors couldn't pinpoint the exact cause, but they think it might have been related to my recent lifestyle changes. What's scary is that if I had waited any longer to seek medical help, the consequences could have been dire. When the doctor told me that I had a blood clot in my lung, I was in shock. I didn't know what to do or how to react. I just knew that I had to act fast to prevent any further damage. The first step was to get on blood thinners to prevent the clot from growing, and then we had to figure out how to get rid of it. The next few days were a blur of hospital visits and medical tests. It was a lot to take in, but I'm just grateful that I sought help when I did. If I had waited any longer, things could have turned out very differently. Looking back on this experience, I realize how much I took my health for granted. Quitting smoking and drinking was a huge step in the right direction, but it's not just about quitting bad habits, it's about adopting a healthy lifestyle that promotes overall wellness. This experience has taught me to listen to my body and to take care of myself, even when I don't feel like it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've had any experiences with quitting smoking and drinking, or if you have any thoughts about blood clots, please let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about health tips and tricks, be sure to check out my next video.